So how have you gotten that mindset, and how can you share a little bit of that growth with those listening?
I mean, we have Burn You come through Lake Norman once a month, and I have the honor of being able to witness the growth of a lot of trainers that go throughout the system. But what I'll say is Burn You is not only for them, it's such a huge value add for me because I pick up and I learn from them. And I tell them this every single time, like, I'm going to learn just as much from you guys as you are hopefully here. But also one of the most, one of the best traits I think a trainer can have is humility, because when we're not, then it's all about us, and it's never going to be about us. It always has to be about our members because they deserve that from us. So because I knew what Burn did for me, I needed Burn. I needed you as my trainer to see things in me. So that's a pretty big weight on our shoulders, right? So when we make it about us, we're never going to be who they need us to be. It's always got to be about them. So if we can keep that in the back of our mind and humble ourselves to ask for feedback, and sometimes it can be hard. And that can be a hard pill to swallow whenever somebody's telling you where you have areas of opportunity to grow. But it's always about how can I get better and how can I add value to our members? And if I really do believe like that's what growth has got to be about as a trainer, is like, how can I get better so that my members' experience is what it needs to be? Because not only are they there for that physical transformation, because for me, that, I guess, if I can talk from personal experience on the member side of things, like the physical transformation was one thing. It was the mental transformation and how important and impactful that 45 minutes was for me. And I think that's the bigger picture that we've got to keep in mind. Like a lot of our members, that might be the best 45 minutes that we got all day. You know, it really, really can be. It can be such a beautiful light in an otherwise pretty dark place that some of our members can come from. And I want to be the absolute best that I can be. And so I want to be humble, because if you see one place where I could have impacted you in that camp better, tell me. Mm-hmm. Tell me. So if we can all come, that's the growth that I want to have. And that's the growth that I want to see in my trainers and everybody that comes through our gym.
So what? And I like this because now we're starting to get into describing the traits of how you think a greatness is achieved as a trainer. And I hear two things so far, and I want to give you the opportunity to add to this list if anything comes to mind. So greatness as a trainer so far is two things, but it's this constant seeking to get better, which seeking being the key word, like being on the offense, looking for ways to get better, not just defensively sitting back and able to take criticism, but looking to be critical, knowing that there's opportunity to get better. That, and then it's kind of tied into it, but also humility, or you said more eloquently, making it about the members and not about you. So removal of ego and humility. And then also being able to seek and take and synthesize feedback seems to be two key qualities. What else do you see the best trainers have in Burn Nation? If there's aspiring trainers out there that want to take our path, or trainers that are listening to this that are looking to level up and looking for the Ashley Beasley qualities for greatness, what else might come to mind?
Hungry for growth. That's probably the biggest one. Hungry for knowledge on how we can improve our members' lives, right? And just really somebody that's like a natural born encourager, but that has such a balance of like command. I kind of call it like sweet and salty. I need
Self-love.
Yeah, I need a trainer that is going to be loving enough basically to make me do the hard things and make our members do the hard things, because they're there with us for a reason, because they're not going to do on their own what we're going to have them do in the gym and on our floor with us. So there's got to be command, and there's got to be a sense of authority, and we've got to make sure that our members trust us. And the way to do that is to be knowledgeable and confident in our product.
I love that. So knowledge, confidence, growth mindset, feedback oriented, humble about them, not about you. a natural encourager. And I think what I notice about this is you're not talking about fitness at all. Like, there's really nothing to do with the technical anatomy, kinesiology side, the certificate. Everybody, obviously we have those things. We respect those things. But no one has ever asked either one of us to break out our certification and show them on paper that we're qualified to serve them, because they feel that in our connections and our interactions. They feel how genuine it really is. And that's the way that relationship, the key word being trust that you just said, that to me is the unlock for a member to really transform their lives and to take hold of what, pick up what we're putting down and actually go do something about it, is this sense of encouragement and this sense of, hey, this person believes in me. And wait a second, that's not normal. I've never had anyone really believe in me the way this person is believing in me. And this is why I say that I always talk about it on the podcast, that belief is a lot of times the jumper cables for somebody else's self-confidence. So if somebody's like depleted emotionally and they're in the dumps and mildly depressed, and what are they going to pull themselves up by their bootstraps when they don't have boots? That's pretty silly. It's like, you need somebody else to come along and say, hey, you're more than you think you are. You're more than you're giving yourself credit for. You don't come by, and you don't do this either, right? You don't come by and say, oh, hey, you're okay. You're okay. You can do that.
Because what is that going to do?
You can do it. You're good just the way you are. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's like, if I wasn't worried about it, I wouldn't feel like I'm in this emotionally distressed place. I don't feel good and I want help. So you telling me that I'm okay just the way I am is not helping me at all. I need somebody to come by and say, hey, you're better than you think you are. I see this inside of you. Do you see it in yourself?
You got to be able to speak the truth into somebody.
Show up tomorrow. Yeah. And we're going to work on, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And that belief from somebody else can often be that catalyst into a member's journey. So